rogue agent has been neutralized. Warning, a nearby agent has gone rogue.
Hello and welcome to another Division video. In this video I will show you the different setup I was using for my previous run on Falcon Lost solo and this incursion, and yeah, I got a lot of requests to show you the differences between my previous build video I was using, and of course I will share this secret with you. And yeah, this video has 3 topics I'll share with you in total. So first of all I will show you the build I was using there, and I will show you a second version which you can use as a super tank version in a group setup. You will see the third part, the gameplay at the end, where I was using this setup, the super tanky version group setup build. Yeah, these 2 first, gameplay at the end, and the middle part, second one topic is, yes, I will share with you also my learnings as I was doing this incursion solo. So if you would give this a try, so just that you don't do the same mistakes as I did at the beginning, I will share my learnings with you. But for right now, let's get right into the build I was using there. And yeah, there are not that huge differences between the setup I was using solo there and the super tanky group setup version, so that's why it's a pretty fast way, and I don't go over it in depth because, as I mentioned before, I did already a build video about the D3 set, so I just change about the differences between. As you see here, the same stats as in my previous video. The mods always the same skill haste. On this one here, firearms. Just to say this at the time here, it doesn't matter here what you run. Choose whatever suits your playstyle. There's no setup, one setup for everyone, so you have to choose what works for you and not what works for somebody else. That's really an important thing here. And yeah, for me personally, I prefer skill haste because I like to have my healing box faster, back faster. That's the main reason for this choice. But one thing, it doesn't make that much sense to spec into more skill power, just if you would like to increase the shield, the healing a little bit, but that amount is so low, so it's not worth in my opinion. And the shield health, I think it's on the cap right now because I tested this out up to 150k skill power and the shield health was still the same. So if you're below 100k like in my previous video, then you have about 300,000 to 400,000 shield health point less than on this setup. So you need a little bit skill power to increase the shield health, but not that much. That's why I use this one. Then the mask is exactly the same stats as in my previous video, so I don't say anything about this. I changed something on the knees, and this one of course I will mention to you. It's the major attribute, it's skill power here. As I said before, to increase the shield health. That's the main reason I did this. And yeah, I had crit damage on the previous version, and I do have now skill power. It works pretty well. The mods, again, skill haste, and here you see the difference between the group and the solo setup. As a solo player, I prefer to do more damage because I don't have teammates that take down the NPCs for me. I have to do this by myself, so that's why I do prefer to deal a little bit more damage. And with these mods you are at 26% increased weapon damage. That's pretty awesome. In a group setup, because it's more a support build and you will keep aggro from the dangerous guys, shotgunners, the agents and everything else, then you need more tankiness, and that's why I choose the ballistic shields damage resilience mods there. And the reason for damage resilience is, let's quickly have a look on the shield. As you see, incredible high shield health, 2,350,001 HP, and trust me, 1 is really, really important. If you don't have this 1 at the end, then your shield will break like paper. No, just kidding, of course. But it's incredible high, and yeah, you feel it. It's really tanky. And the damage resistance, you see now it's the group setup, it's 45%, and this means not only the damage you take is you have a resistance against, also the damage, not only the damage the shield takes, although the damage you takes. So you feel it. If somebody shoots you in the back, you take much less damage. That's really awesome. So I would always prefer on this mods in a group setup the resistance one over the health, ballistic shield health. It's just much better in my opinion. Let's go back. So the holster, you have 2 options here in my opinion. I prefer crit chance, as I said before, to deal a little bit more damage. If you just play in a group setup, you can reroll this for skill haste as well to get your healings or your heal box back faster as well. But as I said, I prefer to deal a little bit more damage. That's why I do have crit chance. Same here. This one is especially for solo. Crit chance, damage and SMG and stamina, of course, like every gear piece, to reach 9k stam. And for if you just play group and super tank, I would re-roll this one here for health on kill and skill haste as well. But this works pretty well, and the damage is not that bad, I have to say, for such low firearms. So the final piece, backpack, is one stat changed as well to my previous setup. It's major as well, the same underneath. The major attributes from crit damage to skill power. And yeah, same reason, stronger shield, so I don't say anything more about it. And again, a skill haste mod and ballistic shield damage in a group, damage solo and damage resilience in a group. Then the weapons of choice for my solo runs is the house. And yes, don't care. If you don't have the house yet, I think you will get one soon, first of all. And second, of course, you can choose another gun as well. I would prefer to have, let's say, this one here, the MP5, the weapon talents of choice for you. I would prefer to have, if I run this, I do really like Predatory to have another healing resource. So I would choose probably this one here, but reroll Hurried for Predatory. This would be a really nice version as well. It's not maxed out, that's why the damage is less than on this one. And the talents, as you see, you have to have a look which talents you can unlock with the stats, of course. There are not that many, to be honest, but for me personally these setups works pretty well because I do have a pretty high crit chance on my build. I have to have Deadly and Predatory, as I said, as another healing resource to yourself, especially if you run this solo. In a group you can choose here as well Vicious probably to increase the crit chance, works pretty well. And yeah, you are behind a shield, so you're a long time and often over 2 shield health segments. And these are the talents of my choice. As a secondary, choose whatever you like. I just love the Big Alley. I really love this gun. It's an awesome looking gun. It has a high fire rate, it sounds decent, it looks decent. Yeah, I just fell in love with it since 1.8. And the talent's Predatory Destructive to deal a little bit damage, and the main reason, of course, you can suppress NPCs pretty well with an LMG to for the time to wait until you get your shield back. So that's why an LMG as well. It's not only because of the awesome Alejandro. These are the 2 guns, as I said before. There are just 2 differences between the group and solo setup. One I mentioned already, the prototype performance mod, and the second one is the gun. And yes, I went into my stash, I grabbed the gun out there. It was in there since a long time, and I thought I will never use it again. But yes, I will, and let's have a look. It's the Midas. And the Midas, of course, because of his 3rd talent. The talent Midas, yeah, whatever. And each bullet you hit with reduces your damage by 1% and your target's damage by 1% to a max of 20%. The effect is reduced by 5% per second. So that's really awesome. As you see, I mean, you don't deal any damage with this build at all. So it doesn't matter if it decreases your damage, but you can decrease the damage of the most dangerous NPCs out there, the agents, the grenadiers, the shotgunners, whatever, and you can help your teammates. and you can be a tank, a super tank in front, and just grab aggro from all these guys so that your teammates have time to shoot these guys down pretty easily most of the time. Yeah, of course, as I said, I do have just one Midas right now. I'll farm for another one. As you see, the talents are not the best ones for this build. I would prefer to have here as well Predatory, or in a group setup, as I said before, probably Vicious, to deal a little bit more damage and have more crit chance. But choose whatever you like here. And yeah, that's the Midas build, Midas setup. As I said, it works pretty well in my opinion in a group play, as you will see in the gameplay at the end. So quickly to the steps for all that are interested in it, not that long, with the solo one. And here it is. As you see, almost 40% crit chance, 116 crit damage. It's not that important. Damage to leads pretty important for PvE, of course. That's pretty nice from the mask and the knees. Then skills, skill power, skill haste, not the best, not the worst, I would say. It works pretty nice for me on these numbers. Survivability, I would say it's enough with the shield build. Your survivability is your shield and not yourself. That's why I don't care too much about this stat here. And that's it for all that are interested in this one. So let's quickly go to the abilities. Shield you saw already before, so I don't say that much about it here. It doesn't matter which one you choose. If you have the 4-piece bonus or 6-piece bonus of D3, you always get the base one with the master modifier. Then the second one is always, if solo or in a group, is the healing box, and depends, immunizer or support station, life support. With a group, I prefer life support, so my teammates can pick up themselves easier. They don't have to go to the box, pick up themselves manually, so they just get picked up. That's why I do prefer this one here. You see the healing is anyway not that high of a difference, but yeah, choose what suits your playstyle, what's better for the moment. Solo, of course, if you fight clean or whatever, to get rid of status effects, this is pretty nice as well. And if I run solo, always recovery. In a group, it has to suit the group or fit into the group setup. Talents, here are some differences as well. Here you see the solo setup, crit save, strike back like usually. Then precision, I don't have a pulse to increase my damage a little bit, and one is on the move to decrease the incoming damage furthermore. You could also use one is none. One thing I struggled on Falcon was that I ran out of bullets, and this one would help, of course. So this is an option as well. You might wonder why I don't have combat medic to heal my shield. I will share this secret with you later in the learnings. And yeah, for the group setup, I will definitely change the one here for combat medic to heal my allies with my medkits. But the rest I would stay the same. You could run instead of precision, because you anyway deal that much damage to one is none in my opinion, or even to on the move if you want. These are the options, the best options in my opinion. So this is it about the build, guys. So for all the ones that are just interested in watch the stats I changed to my previous setups, thanks a lot for watching, and don't forget to give this video a like, it helps me a lot, I do really appreciate it. And leave a comment down below if you have any other questions, you would like to see any other things. I'd really appreciate all comments down there. And for all the others, they wanted to know the learnings I did, then let's get right into these 3 learnings. So first of all, placement. Second one is the talents, and the third one is abilities. So placements, the first one, where to stand on this incursion if you will give it a try solo. I figured out the best place to stand is in the tunnel. Yeah, I tried first the spot on the right side, up the stairs on this platform, but because especially of the grenades, it gets too annoying and too difficult for me. And yeah, you have to handle the grenades. The damage would be not the worst problem, but the worst problem is the stagger and the burn effect. So you can't shoot, you can't do anything anymore. And yes, I will not use adrenaline to get rid of it for 7 seconds. I will not waste my medkits for this. And if you place down the immunizer, it has not that much health points, so it gets destroyed pretty fast. It doesn't work at all. That's why for me, best place to stand in the tunnel. And yeah, you have to watch your surroundings, of course. They rush you from both sides, but if you do this, you should be pretty fine down there. So the second one, the abilities or the skills you use, and yeah, the most difficult thing I would say is to plant the bombs on the APC truck. And to do this, as you know, you don't have any teammates. They help you to switch off both turrets, so you can just switch off one turret and you have to disable the others, or the other one, or it will shoot at you while you plant it and you could die pretty fast. And that's why I was using first an EMP, but unfortunately the EMP doesn't disable the turret anymore. I don't know why, or at least not for me. Then I changed to a flame turret. Yeah, I do have predatory, so I had my healing resource, I thought, and it worked for the first wave or the first round of planting, and I just went in cover there. I threw my box or my flame turret in front of the other turret. It might sound stupid to heal the turret, but the reason why is the turret shoots always first, always, on your skills. So this gives you time to plant the bomb. So throw your turret, throw your box, switch off the turret, run there, plant the bomb and run back, and you should be fine for this time. And yes, I just figured out for myself, but as I said, all the time it has to suit your playstyle, the build has to suit you, and you should not copy it one-to-one, although of course if it works then perfect, but otherwise figure it out for yourself what works for you. For my playstyle, yeah, the turret didn't do that best job. I prefer to have the heal if I don't kill an NPC, so it worked better for me. And yeah, as I said, you can shoot the healing box in front of the turret as well, and it worked. That's the second learning. And the third one is the talents, as I mentioned before, not here. That's the reason why I didn't use combat medic anymore, because you can heal your shields now because of the 6-piece talent, and that's really awesome. If you have a quick look about this, as you probably know, there are three really important things in my opinion. So the first one is all overhealing the player receives is applied to the ballistic shield as healing. I tried to demonstrate it to you later. And the second one is the buff, so that's not only for you, that's especially decent and strong in a group. As you see, the buff to the player and all group members, if you receive incoming damage that hits, I think, 500,000, if I'm right, then you get a buff, and all your team members for 12 seconds if you have 9k stamina. And it depends where the damage is coming from. If it's physical damage, so that's the damage from weapons, then you get increased armor, all your team members for 12 seconds, 30%. And if exotic damage, that's grenade and such things, then you get 30% increased weapon damage. That's awesome. That's really awesome. So in a group setup, this is really a beast, I would say. Super tank beast. And yeah, the last one, of course, 9k stamina ballistic shield health is increased by 200%. But the first one I mentioned is the healing. So for all overheal, you have a health on your shield you get. So let's try this out quickly. Don't know if it works, but first of all I have to get rid. So if you start a fight, just place down your box. What do I have now? Oh, I have the right gun. Just to kill these rushes first. I don't like them at all. So as you see, you are usually behind the shield, or aren't you? And the shield takes the damage. So go ahead, guys. Shield is the box is anyway soon down, so I have to do it again. But as I said, if you're behind the shield, as you see now when you're in a fight, then you are usually on full health. Except of course if somebody's behind you and he shoots you, then you take damage too. Come on guys. Come on guys, give it to me. Give it to me. And you see already, the shield is really, really awesome strong. So, and this time when you fight now, you get healed from the box, right? And if you see the shield health goes down like faster, come on, guys, give me everything. No, they blew up my box. As you see now, he was focusing first my healing box, not my shield anymore. So come on, that's annoying. Now you saw I got the buff. So this were 500,000 damage, and it was the damage from the weapon of these guys. Now I have the increased armor. So come on, I need my box. Come on, come on. I took a little bit damage now as well. So just pop a medkit that you can see it. I'm on full health now. I destroy now my box and whoop, almost one segment up. So that's really awesome in my opinion, to heal your shield. And it's not that much more compared as if you would use a medkit. So that's why if I run solo, I don't waste any medkit anymore to heal my shield, because yeah, you are usually anyway on full health behind the shield. And the second option you have, if you see that they shoot you from behind, or if you start a fight and you have the shield on full health, that's the main reason I did this. Come on. Talking and aiming is not my strength. If you start a fight, then I often just place the box down,
secure.
destroy, as you see, then I get the overheal of the box. So you can decide. As soon as you see the shield is in front of you, the shield gets the health, so it doesn't make sense if the shield is on full health, you destroy it, you don't get overheal. That doesn't work. Or you can go in cover and destroy the box. It works as well. These are the two options here you have. And yes, that's already the third learning I had as I did this mission. Then I really hope it was useful for you. If you will give this a try as well, then just let me know how it works for you. If you figured out some other stuff, of course, as well. And as usual, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and let's rock it, baby! Let's farm for some more classes and T-Tech and exotics. Have fun, enjoy the gameplay at the end, and see you in my next one. Bye bye.
Warning. Additional hostiles detected.
hazard protection gear. Caution. Area ahead is not patrolled by law enforcement officials. Turn around now. The safety of trespassers cannot be guaranteed. Attention all civilians. Contagion risk. If you have been in contact with anything from this zone, or know someone who has, please contact the authorities immediately.
Fuck! Finally!
agent on your team is down. Requires assistance. Hostiles detected. Warning. An agent on your team requires aid immediately. Warning. Hostiles detected. Alert. Friendly division agent is down. Warning. Hostiles detected.